With a vitamin C content even higher than oranges and the powerful anti-cancer compound sulforaphane, broccoli has long been praised as a superfood in a humble green coat, a true symbol of healthy living. But have you ever wondered how tens of millions of tons of broccoli are harvested and processed each year? This remarkable journey begins in cool, lush fields, where each broccoli head is carefully nurtured until harvest day. When skilled hands and modern agricultural technology work together to bring in the crop. From there, it's transported to the factory, where advanced processing lines and closed-loop systems prepare it to reach the tables of millions of families around the world. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we follow broccoli from vast green fields to state-of-the-art food factories and discover why this humble vegetable is considered a pride of high-tech agriculture. All of that will be revealed in this video. With a global market value exceeding $6 billion USD annually, broccoli is more than just a vegetable. It's the green gold of high-tech agriculture. China is currently the world's largest broccoli producer, though most of its output is consumed domestically. When it comes to exports, high quality, and advanced farming practices, the United States leads the way. With 90% of production concentrated in California, a state blessed with a Mediterranean climate, loose fertile soil, and a steady water supply, making it ideal for year-round broccoli cultivation. Within the Brassica family, broccoli is often compared to its sibling, cauliflower, but the more you compare, the more the gap becomes clear. While cauliflower is mild and easy to prepare, broccoli stands out with a richer flavor, higher vitamin C content and sulforaphane, a powerful antioxidant compound. It's no surprise that broccoli is increasingly taking center stage in modern diets, from weight loss plans and clean eating to the functional food industry. And like every great story, this one has a beginning. For broccoli, it starts with tiny seeds sown across vast green fields each fall, or whenever the early warmth of spring begins to return. As a cool season crop, broccoli is typically planted during the milder times of the year in temperate regions, and year-round in areas with consistently moderate climates like California. The plant grows best at temperatures between 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, 59 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Before planting, the soil should be well-tilled, rich in organic matter, and have a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. Did you know? Despite their different colors and shapes, both broccoli and cauliflower share the same humble beginning. They all grow from a small nursery tray. Once the seedlings are ready, they're placed into a planting machine. As the machine moves, a mechanical system automatically opens rows, places the seedlings into the soil, covers them, and gently presses the base, all in one seamless motion. This mechanized process not only saves time and labor, but also ensures uniform spacing, better growth, and easier care. Thanks to automation, thousands of broccoli plants can be transplanted within just a few hours with near-perfect precision. Although both start from nursery trays and share similar care routines, cauliflower and broccoli have some clear differences. Cauliflower is more fussy. It requires cooler climates, grows more slowly, and needs its leaves tied over the head to prevent sunburn on the curd. Broccoli, on the other hand, is more adaptable. After germination, it needs consistent watering, especially during head formation. It prefers moderate but regular moisture, so drip or overhead irrigation systems are commonly used to maintain humidity and reduce pests. Balanced fertilization, particularly with nitrogen, potassium, and calcium, helps the plants grow strong and produce high-quality heads. Depending on the variety, broccoli can be harvested 60 to 100 days after sowing, once the heads are large, tightly packed, and deep green. Around October each year, broccoli fields come alive with the hum of machinery and the swift footsteps of farmers entering harvest season. Thanks to advances in agricultural technology, there are now various methods for harvesting broccoli, depending on the size of the farm, weather conditions, and the desired quality of the final product. Harvesting broccoli by hand with the support of conveyor belts is an efficient blend of human labor and technology. Farmers, armed with sharp knives, walk along the rows like garden artisans, carefully observing and inspecting each head with intense focus. When a broccoli head reaches its ideal size, they swiftly and precisely cut it from the stalk. The highlight of this method is the mobile conveyor system that moves alongside the harvesters. Instead of carrying each broccoli head by hand or piling them on the ground, workers simply place them gently onto the conveyor belt beside them. The machine moves slowly, matching their walking pace, and steadily transports the broccoli to the rear, where large collection bins on a truck are waiting. On board, workers quickly arrange the heads into crates, stacking them neatly, in preparation for their journey to the processing facility. There is a special type of conveyor belt known as a cup conveyor. While more commonly used for cauliflower, this system can also be adapted to harvest large or delicate heads of broccoli. Each plastic cup on the conveyor securely holds an individual floret, allowing it to travel smoothly across the field without bruising, ensuring optimal quality for post-harvest handling. This design is especially suited for farms with neatly aligned rows, where gentle, precise harvesting is required to meet high export standards. The combination of human labor and machinery not only reduces physical strain but also significantly boosts efficiency. Thanks to the conveyor, each broccoli head is handled immediately after cutting, minimizing damage, reducing losses, and preserving peak freshness. However, on many smaller farms that can't afford such equipment, workers must carry baskets of cauliflower weighing 20 to 25 kilograms on their backs or shoulders, navigating dense vegetable rows under the hot sun. It's a tough job, with a wage of only $10 to $12 per hour. Would you be willing to give it a try? In areas with flat terrain, loose soil, and evenly spaced planting rows, row harvesting machines are an ideal solution for collecting both broccoli and cauliflower. These bulky yet highly precise machines are designed to harvest multiple rows of vegetables simultaneously, significantly saving time and labor costs. As the machine moves slowly across the field, a series of steel prongs at the front gently slide beneath the plants, lifting the stalks and separating the heads from the stems using high-speed rotating blades. Immediately after cutting, the florets are transported via an inclined conveyor belt directly into a storage compartment at the rear or onto a truck moving alongside. The unused leaves and stems are left in the field, where they can be repurposed as green manure or livestock feed. This entire process operates continuously with consistent precision, and under optimal field conditions, the machine can harvest dozens of tons of produce per hour. Compared to manual labor, it offers a productivity increase of 5 to 7 times, while significantly reducing labor costs throughout the harvesting season. This type of harvester is especially well suited for large-scale production and is widely used in countries like the United States, Spain, and Australia, regions characterized by concentrated agricultural zones and ongoing labor shortages in the farming sector. In recent years, a more advanced method has gradually appeared in the fields. Amid endless rows of broccoli, a self-propelled machine slowly moves forward, carrying a series of yellow robotic arms suspended beneath a steel frame. Each robotic arm is equipped with a gripper made of soft silicone fingers that gently handle the vegetables without causing damage. Notably, each arm is also fitted with a high-pressure misting nozzle that sprays a cold mist to instantly cool the freshly cut broccoli. This helps keep the vegetables fresh longer and limits bacterial growth during the early post-harvest stage. Immediately after cutting, the broccoli is lifted using an integrated vacuum suction mechanism and then transferred onto a conveyor belt or directly dropped into collection bins. Thanks to their ability to operate in a synchronized, continuous, and highly accurate manner, regardless of time or weather, these machines help address the labor shortage problem. However, the initial investment cost can be extremely high, reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, not to mention maintenance expenses. Despite their advantages, they still face certain challenges. Though not yet widespread, this technology is gradually proving its value in high-tech agriculture, marking a significant step forward in the modernization of farming practices. As soon as the truck arrives at the factory, the raw broccoli is brought into the receiving area for strict inspection. Only the heads that meet standards for size, color, firmness, and freshness move on to the next stage. Damaged, bruised, or uneven heads are rejected on the spot to ensure only the best products are selected. After preliminary sorting, the broccoli is transferred to the stem cutting area, where special conveyor belts with a series of round holes are specifically designed for this step. Each worker gently places a broccoli head into a slot with the stem facing downward. Once it is securely positioned, an automatic blade system beneath the tray is activated, neatly trimming the stem to a standard length. In just a flash, the broccoli, now trimmed into uniform, firm florets, gently glides along the conveyor belt toward the automated sorting stage. Here, a system of cameras and sensors scans each head to assess its size, shape, and overall quality. Immediately after, mechanical arms or air jets gently guide the broccoli into different sorting lanes, large, medium, or small, according to market standards or intended use. For fresh broccoli intended for direct consumption, the heads are sent straight to the packaging line without undergoing further processing. Here, the vegetables are either vacuum sealed or packed in modified atmosphere bags to retain their moisture and crispness. Each package is clearly labeled with traceability information, packaging date, and expiration date. Thanks to a cold storage system immediately afterward, the products can remain fresh for 7 to 10 days under proper storage conditions. For batches of broccoli not intended for whole head sales, the florets are directed to the cutting stage to serve further processed products. In many factories, this step is still performed manually by skilled workers who use sharp knives to carefully separate each floret, ensuring the heads remain intact and undamaged. However, in larger processing plants, automated cutting lines are also used in parallel to boost productivity. These programmed machines divide broccoli into various sizes depending on the intended use, ensuring uniformity and minimizing raw material loss. Whether cut by hand or machine, the common goal is to produce well-shaped florets that are easy to package and suitable for a wide range of market demands. After cutting and sorting, the broccoli is transferred to the washing area, an essential step to remove soil, small insects, and pesticide residues. Instead of using high pressure, most factories employ gentle water sprays combined with a mobile mesh conveyor belt. Cold water is sprayed from multiple directions, enough to thoroughly clean without damaging the delicate florets. Maintaining low water pressure is a deliberate technical choice to preserve the shape and structure of the broccoli, which is crucial for commercial packaging. Some facilities also use ozonated water or diluted chlorine solutions to enhance sanitation effectiveness while remaining food safe. After washing, the broccoli is passed through a dewatering shaker. This equipment not only removes excess moisture but also separates out any remaining substandard vegetable fragments. As a result, the broccoli doesn't clump together during freezing, ensuring that each piece remains separate and of high quality. Once dewatered, the broccoli is transferred to an IQF, individual quick freezing system, where the temperature rapidly drops to -35 degrees Celsius within minutes. This quick freezing process preserves the cellular structure of the vegetable, maintaining its color, crunchiness, and nutritional value. Each floret or piece emerges from the conveyor belt individually frozen, not stuck together, ready for flexible packaging to suit various market needs. The entire batch is then stored in cold warehouses at temperatures ranging from -18 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees while awaiting distribution. Each package carries a traceability code from farm to table, ensuring transparency and adherence to global standards in the modern frozen vegetable industry. Every year from September to November, the vast fields of Illinois, known as the pumpkin capital of America, buzz with excitement as harvest season begins. This is a key time when farmers work hard to prepare for the harvest of bright orange pumpkins ready for the Halloween festivities. After 90 to 120 days of growth, pumpkins go through an incredible journey. They start as bright yellow flowers, develop into young fruits, and slowly turn into a vibrant orange color, showing they are perfectly ripe. Now, across fields stretching as far as the eye can see, the bright orange pumpkins stand out against the green leaves, creating a lively scene that looks like a sea of glowing golden stars. A beautiful sign of a successful harvest season. Pumpkin harvesting machines are specially designed to make the harvesting process both efficient and precise. With a wide 150 centimeters intake system, these machines gently gather pumpkins from the ground, even when they are hidden under thick layers of leaves, without causing any damage. The pumpkins are then moved through two parallel conveyor belts. The first belt removes dirt, dry leaves, and other debris using a combination of vibration and air blowers. The second belt transports the pumpkins to a sorting table, where their quality is carefully inspected. The machine stands out with modern features like an adjustable automatic container that protects the pumpkins from impact, along with a smart control panel and integrated cameras that allow operators to easily adjust technical settings. With a productivity rate of 22,000 to 33,000 pounds per hour, the machine significantly reduces labor and costs while maintaining top product quality. This technology not only boosts efficiency, but also helps protect the environment, paving the way for more sustainable agriculture. While machines dominate large-scale pumpkin harvesting, American farmers still rely on hand harvesting for specific purposes, such as picking pumpkins for festive decorations or high-end culinary use. This traditional method, used for selecting decorative pumpkins or premium culinary varieties, ensures each pumpkin is handled with care to preserve its shape, color, and overall quality. In addition to pumpkins, pumpkin seeds are not just a byproduct, but also bring significant economic value to American agriculture. With high demand in the food and pharmaceutical industries, pumpkin seeds are used to produce products like seed oil, snacks, and ingredients for functional foods. As a result, harvesting pumpkin seeds requires a more complex process compared to harvesting the fruit, ensuring both quality and maximizing yield. The process begins with a specialized gathering machine that moves across the pumpkin fields, collecting and arranging the pumpkins into neat rows. This step helps optimize the next stage of harvesting the seeds. Once the pumpkins are lined up, the seed harvesting machine takes over. This machine is equipped with a large rotating drum fitted with sturdy spikes that pierce each pumpkin to secure it and guide it into the machine for processing. Here, the pumpkins are taken to the crushing area, where the fruits are completely broken apart. The seeds are carefully collected using a precise filtering system, while the pumpkin flesh is discarded at the back and spread evenly across the fields. This flesh naturally decomposes and becomes an organic fertilizer, enriching the soil. After harvesting, the seeds are collected into an integrated container within the machine. Once the container is full, the seeds are transferred to large trucks with storage capacities ranging from 30,000 to 50,000 pounds of pumpkin seeds. This setup makes it much more convenient to transport the seeds to processing facilities. After pumpkins are harvested from the fields, they are loaded onto large trucks and transported to the processing plant. Here, each pumpkin goes through a series of modern procedures to ensure the final product meets the highest quality standards before reaching consumers. The first stage is washing, where the pumpkins are placed into a system with high-pressure water jets combined with conveyor belts. This quickly removes dirt, sand, and other surface impurities, leaving each pumpkin clean and fresh in appearance. Next, the pumpkins are taken to the manual inspection and sorting area. Once labeled carefully, the pumpkins are placed into sturdy cardboard boxes. These boxes are designed not only to protect the pumpkins during transportation, but also to optimize storage space. Once the packing process is complete, the boxes are loaded onto trucks, ready to begin their journey to supermarkets, restaurants, or directly into the hands of consumers. If the process of handling pumpkins focuses on preserving their freshness, then the handling of pumpkin seeds requires meticulous care to maximize their nutritional value. When pumpkin seeds are brought into the factory, the first step is to put them into a specialized rotating machine. This machine uses a centrifugal mechanism to clean the seeds, removing impurities like dirt, sand, and any leftover pulp. This ensures that the surface of the seeds is clean and ready for the next steps in the processing. Next, the seeds are transferred to an optical sorting machine. This system uses advanced laser technology to analyze the size, color, and shape of each seed. Seeds that meet the quality standards move on to the next step, while those that don't, such as hollow, cracked, or discolored seeds, are removed to ensure the final product's quality is not compromised. After sorting, the seeds are placed in an industrial dryer. Here, they are dried at carefully controlled temperatures, typically maintaining the seed moisture level at an ideal range of 6 to 8%. In addition, the seeds are fed into a modern screw press system, a machine specifically designed to extract oil using a mechanical pressing method. This advanced technology ensures maximum oil extraction without the use of chemicals, thereby preserving the natural flavor and valuable nutritional properties of pumpkin seed oil, such as essential fatty acids, vitamins, and antioxidants. A standout feature of this process is its commitment to sustainability. The residual seed pulp, known as seed cake, left after pressing is not wasted but repurposed as nutrient-rich animal feed. This approach supports the development of a circular economy where resources are utilized to their fullest potential. Pumpkin seed oil has a wide range of culinary applications, making it a favorite in health-conscious kitchens. Finally, the processed pumpkin seeds are sent to the packaging area. They are packed into large bags, each capable of holding between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds. These bags are then transported to the next processing facility or directly exported to international markets. Pumpkins are a beloved symbol of American culture, seamlessly blending economic value, tradition, and culinary charm. Generating an impressive $2 billion annually, pumpkins contribute significantly to the economy through processed products like hearty soups, velvety pies, and crunchy, nutritious seeds, as well as decorative pumpkins that have become iconic during the fall season. During Halloween, pumpkins truly shine as radiant jack-o'-lanterns, bringing joy and festive spirit to families everywhere. Culinary traditions also celebrate pumpkins, especially through the iconic pumpkin pie, a Thanksgiving staple that embodies warmth and togetherness. Moreover, the king of all pumpkins, a colossal 27749-pound marvel grown in Minnesota in 2023, stands as a testament to the wonder and grandeur of this cherished crop. From festive decor to culinary delights, pumpkins continue to hold a special place in the hearts of Americans. To ensure fresh and high-quality pumpkins are ready for the Halloween season, farmers start preparing the soil in early spring. Modern plowing machines are used to loosen compacted soil and remove weeds. At the same time, organic fertilizers are added to enrich the soil, creating ideal conditions for the pumpkin plants to thrive. In late spring, after the soil has been carefully prepared, farmers use specialized seed planting machines to plant pumpkin seeds. From tiny pumpkin seeds begins a magical journey, unfolding through each stage. Sprouting vibrant green shoots, blossoming brightly, being pollinated by wind and bees, and growing into full, vibrant fruits brimming with life. So now you've got a full picture of how farmers grow and harvest billions of pounds of pumpkins every year to meet the huge demand for both food and festivities. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to explore more exciting stories about agriculture. See you in the next video. Growing and harvesting cabbage requires a combination of modern agricultural techniques, from selecting the right varieties to caring for and harvesting with advanced technology. There are two popular types of cabbage, white and red. White cabbage ranges in color from pale green to white, while red cabbage varies from purple to deep red. White cabbage has a milder flavor, less bitter than red cabbage, generally slightly sweet. Red cabbage tastes a bit more bitter and spicy. Cabbage can be used fresh or processed into pickles. In the US, the cabbage harvesting season typically occurs from late spring to early fall, depending on the region and climate conditions. This is when cabbage reaches its optimal ripeness, with ideal moisture content for harvesting and processing. Farmers carefully select the right time for harvest based on the growth of the cabbage plants and their harvesting goals. Large farms in the US often employ modern machinery for harvesting cabbages, including automatic cabbage cutting harvesters and conveyor belts to help farmers harvest over large areas. Returning to the fields in April, when the weather has warmed and the frost season is over, is the ideal time to start planting cabbage. Different cabbage varieties require varying growth periods, from 70 to 120 days to fully mature. Cabbage seedlings are usually grown in nurseries to ensure they get enough nutrients and are robust before being transplanted outdoors. Initially, cabbage seeds are sown in nursery trays filled with rich, nutrient-dense soil. It takes about 10 days for the seeds to grow into seedlings. The seedlings need to be watered regularly, but avoiding waterlogging to prevent disease. Modern nurseries with advanced technology easily control environmental factors like temperature and humidity. Once the seedlings are sufficiently mature, they are moved to the larger fields for planting. At the farm, the soil must be thoroughly plowed to make it loose and aerated, aiding root development. Farmers create raised beds to improve drainage, prevent water accumulation around the roots, and facilitate later harvesting. Next, the cabbage seedlings are transferred to planting machines. There are various types of planting machines. Some can fully automate the planting process, while others require a farmer to manually place the plants into the system. Once the plants are placed, they are lowered into the ground by the system. These machines precisely position and create holes in the pre-plowed soil, then meticulously plant the seeds or seedlings one by one. They also accurately space the plants about 20 centimeters apart to ensure they have enough room to grow. These farmers are hard-working immigrants who are hired for $5 an hour. On some other farms, farmers cover the cabbage with plastic before planting to retain moisture and control weeds more effectively. After planting, the cabbage plants require careful maintenance. First, watering must be consistent, sufficiently moist but without causing waterlogging, as cabbage does not tolerate excess water. Second, regular fertilization is necessary, typically using organic or chemical fertilizers rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium to nourish the plants throughout their growth phase. Creating raised beds not only improves drainage but also facilitates strong root development. This process should be done before planting and can be adjusted throughout the plant's life cycle to ensure optimal growth. Additionally, pesticide application is an essential step to protect the plants from harmful insects and diseases, especially leaf-eating insects and fungal diseases. Cabbage typically takes about 70 to 120 days to be ready for harvest, depending on the variety and growing conditions. When ready, the cabbage heads will be firm and heavy, and the outer leaves will be smooth and shiny, tightly wrapping around the head, while the inner leaves near the center are softer and darker in color. This is the ideal time to harvest, as waiting too long can cause the cabbage to harden and lose its flavor. Each cabbage farm typically spans several hectares, resulting in a vast quantity of cabbage. Harvesting can be done manually, with conveyor belt assistance, or entirely by machines. Both red and white cabbages are harvested in the same manner. Each cabbage head can weigh between 4 to 6 pounds. Let's take a look at the harvesting processes for these two types of cabbage. First, let's visit the conveyor-assisted harvests on farms in California. The setup includes tractors with long conveyor belts on either side. The tractor moves along the farm rows, and the farmers follow, manually cutting the cabbages from their roots and gently placing them on the conveyor belt. These farmers are typically immigrants hired at low wages, around $5 per hour. They are forced to work hard for an American dream. The conveyor belt then transports the cabbages to a central area where another person on the tractor arranges the cabbages in bins. This continuous conveyor system reduces labor intensity and saves time while ensuring each cabbage head is handled gently to prevent bruising. Finally, forklifts move the bins of cabbage to trucks for transport to processing facilities. Some farms have covered machinery that allows farmers to pack cabbage directly on the machine. Let's see how farmers work hard. During cabbage harvesting, farmers work diligently and tirelessly. They often have to bend down or kneel on the ground to cut the cabbage from its root, requiring good physical health and flexibility. This job demands not only strength but also precision to ensure that the cabbages are not damaged during harvesting. Farmers must pay close attention to every detail to ensure that the cabbages are harvested properly and remain fresh. White cabbage is a nutritional powerhouse, packed with essential vitamins and minerals. It is particularly rich in vitamin C, which supports the immune system, and vitamin K, important for bone health and blood clotting. Additionally, white cabbage contains dietary fiber, aiding in digestion and promoting a healthy gut. Harvesting red cabbage is exactly the same as green cabbage. Let's see now. Red cabbage, with its vibrant purple hue, adds a striking pop of color to any dish. This variety is denser and has tougher leaves compared to its green counterpart, with a flavor that is slightly peppery and earthier. Rich in vitamin C and K, red cabbage is not only nutritious, but also offers a variety of culinary uses, from salads to fermented dishes like sauerkraut. Its color can also transform, turning a magical blue when cooked with basic substances, making it a favorite for both visual and gastronomic experiments. Next, let's head to Western New York, where cabbage harvesting is fully automated. The machines use sharp blades to cut the cabbages from the roots, then gently lift them onto an integrated conveyor belt. On this belt, the cabbages are automatically transported through a screening system where old or damaged leaves are removed. The cabbages are then directly placed into bins for easy transport later. Mechanical harvesting offers significant productivity benefits and time savings, allowing farmers to quickly harvest large areas. The automated system also minimizes manual labor, ensuring uniform quality and reduced post-harvest losses. However, the initial investment for these machines is quite high, around $200,000 each, making it difficult for smaller farms to access this technology. After harvesting, the cabbages are transported to various factories for direct packaging or to be made into sauerkraut. At the cabbage packaging plant, the cabbages are gently unloaded from the trucks. They are then conveyed through a high-pressure water spray system to clean off soil and debris. The cabbages continue along the conveyor to automatic sensors that sort them by size, weight, and freshness. Standard quality cabbages are moved to the packaging area, where they are wrapped with protective film. Some cabbages are also cut into smaller pieces for packaging. This system speeds up the processing, ensuring consistent product quality. The cabbage is labeled for quality control. Finally, the cabbage boxes are stacked on pallets, ready for transportation to markets. Next, we come to the sauerkraut processing factory. The process of making sauerkraut at a factory begins with transporting fresh cabbages from the farms to the facility in large bins, ensuring the cabbages remain fresh. Then, the workers carefully separate the wilted leaves from the cabbage to avoid affecting the quality of the product. Next, the cabbages are sent to a cutting machine, where they are sliced into thin, uniform strips to prepare for fermentation. These cabbage strips are then mixed with salt in large vats, which helps release water from the cabbage and creates an environment for natural fermentation bacteria to thrive. Workers might even stomp on the cabbage strips to ensure they are evenly saturated with salt. It might sound messy, but rest assured, they wash their feet thoroughly beforehand. The fermentation process takes place in large vats or sealed containers, maintaining optimal temperature and humidity for several weeks to achieve the characteristic sour flavor. After fermentation is complete, following this, sauerkraut is packaged in glass jars or vacuum-sealed bags to ensure hygiene and long-lasting freshness. Finally, the products are labeled and packed in boxes for shipment to stores or distributors. Now you have a comprehensive view of how American farmers grow and harvest thousands of tons of cabbage. Is your busy life ever feeling a bit overwhelming? If so, join me in the soybean fields ready to harvest. In 2023, American farmers harvested over 120 million tons of soybeans, establishing the U.S. as the world's leading producer and exporter of soybeans. Astonishing, right? But what's the secret behind this success? It's all thanks to the adoption of advanced agricultural technologies. Today, we're going to visit Iowa, Illinois, and Minnesota, the heartlands of U.S. soybean production. Join us as we follow farmers from the selection of seeds, through planting, to the harvesting of soybeans that are then processed into soy milk, tofu, and soybean oil. Discover how modern technology has revolutionized soybean farming and witness a production process like never before. Before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Ready to start this journey? Let's go! Growing and harvesting soybeans requires a blend of modern agricultural practices, from seed selection to care and harvesting with cutting-edge technology. The U.S. stands as one of the largest soybean exporters globally. Soybeans are cultivated over approximately 87.5 million acres in the U.S., spanning from Iowa and Illinois to Nebraska. The soybean harvest season in the U.S. typically occurs in the fall, from about September to November. Soybeans are a short-season crop, so farmers often rotate between soybeans and corn. This rotation improves nutrient utilization, especially nitrogen, as soybeans are legumes capable of fixing nitrogen from the air. Large farms in the U.S. utilize modern machinery for harvesting. Combine harvesters are primarily used to quickly and efficiently separate the soybean seeds from their pods, ensuring quality beans for processing into oil, making soy milk, or producing tofu. Returning to springtime, around April to June, when the soil has warmed up and the frost season has passed. This is when farmers begin the new soybean planting season. The seeds are typically purchased from major companies where they have been hybridized in laboratories for high yield and robust vitality. Seeds may be treated with fungicidal and insecticidal compounds to protect them during the early stages of growth. Before planting, farmers plow the soil to aerate it, remove weeds, and improve drainage. Before planting soybeans, American farmers often spread manure using machinery to enhance soil fertility. Chicken manure is commonly used, providing essential organic nutrients that help aerate the soil and increase its water retention. Automatic seed planters are used to ensure even spacing and density. Soybean seeds are fed into the rear containers and are machine-fed into the ground at regular intervals. Soybean seeds are usually planted about 3 to 5 centimeters deep in the soil, with a spacing of about 5 to 10 centimeters between seeds and 45 to 5 centimeters between rows. Each machine costs hundreds of thousands of USD. The machine can be easily folded after planting. Soybean plants grow and produce leaves about 10 days after planting. They then require careful care at each stage of growth. Soybeans require a consistent amount of water throughout the growing season. Pivot irrigation systems with long arms and attached sprinklers are also used to evenly water large areas. The system consists of a long pipe attached to multiple sprinkler heads, supported by pillars and able to rotate around a fixed axis. Along with watering, fertilization is essential. Fertilizers may be in liquid or granular form, containing nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, to provide a full range of nutrients. Soybeans usually begin to flower about 30 to 50 days after planting. Soybean flowers are usually light purple. Soybean flowers are self-pollinating, which helps to form pods with a high success rate. Soybeans are typically harvested 80 to 120 days after planting, depending on the crop variety and weather conditions. As the soybeans mature, the leaves start to yellow and gradually fall off, exposing the soybean pods. This is a clear sign that the plants have reached the necessary maturity. The soybeans inside the pods will harden and turn a pale yellow or brown color. It indicates that they are ready for harvest. Farmers use combine harvesters, a modern device that simultaneously cuts the plant stalks and separates the beans from their pods in a single operation. The machine is adjusted to cut close to the root, collecting the entire plant body into the processing chamber. Here, a system of sieves and fans removes the pods and impurities, retaining only the soybean seeds. The seeds are then transported on conveyors to large storage bins or trucks, ready for shipment to processing plants. This process is quick, enabling the harvesting of hundreds of hectares in just a few days. Thanks to modern technology, farmers can minimize losses and ensure the best quality of soybean seeds. However, these machines are quite expensive, costing around $50,000, making them suitable only for large farms. The harvesting process often continues day and night, with high-powered lighting systems supporting work in low-light conditions. With a soybean yield of around 50 bushels per acre, farmers managing thousands of acres can bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars from their harvest. This impressive revenue makes the investment in modern machinery and advanced technology well worth it. ensuring efficient operations and maximizing profits. The United States produces an average of about 120 million tons of soybeans annually, accounting for roughly 30 to 35% of the global output. Meanwhile, Brazil is currently the top producer, with a harvest of approximately 153 million tons in 2023, thanks to its large farming area and favorable climate. Argentina also makes a significant contribution, with an average annual production of 45 to 50 million tons. Together, these three countries play a crucial role in meeting global soybean demand, primarily for vegetable oil production and livestock feed. Join me in enjoying the following extremely impressive soybean harvesting moment. After harvesting, the soybeans are moved to factories or stored in large silos. Silos are typically equipped with ventilation and temperature control systems to maintain an ideal environment. Modern conveyor systems at the silos make transporting soybeans easy. At large companies, soybeans are taken from the silos and exported globally to countries like China, Mexico, and various European nations. Some factories also have bean screening machines. Soybean screening uses specialized machines to separate high-quality beans from damaged or undersized beans. These machines use a combination of screening, airflow, and vibration to ensure that only the best beans are selected for planting. Next, let's visit modern facilities that produce soy-based products, starting with a soy milk bottling plant. The process begins with the arrival of pre-processed soybeans, which are washed and soaked to soften. The beans are then ground into a slurry of soy pulp and water. This mixture is heated to sterilize it and eliminate any enzymes that cause bitterness. Afterwards, the soy milk is filtered to remove solids, ensuring a smooth and uniform consistency. Flavorings, sugars, or preservatives are added to the soy milk depending on the product formula. The milk then goes through a sterilization system to kill any remaining bacteria, extending shelf life without preservatives. Finally, the milk is transferred to an automatic bottling machine where glass bottles are cleaned, dried, and filled. Capped bottles are labeled, quality checked, and packaged in batches. This process is completely enclosed, maintaining high hygiene and food safety standards. Soy milk supports cardiovascular health, improves bone strength, and balances hormones thanks to its isoflavones. It is also a good option for weight management and those who are lactose intolerant. Next up is the tofu production plant. First, soybeans are washed and soaked in water for about 2 hours to soften. The soaked beans are then blended with water to create a soy milk mixture. This mixture is boiled to sterilize it and remove impurities. Next, the soy milk is coagulated by adding coagulants such as magnesium chloride or vinegar. The curds are then pressed to remove water, shaping them into blocks of tofu with varying degrees of firmness based on product specifications. The tofu blocks are then cut into standard sizes and vacuum-packed in plastic packaging. Tofu is an ideal choice for vegetarians, vegans, or those reducing meat consumption. Soybeans can also be pressed into cooking oil. The beans are cleaned and dried to remove impurities and achieve the appropriate moisture content. They are then crushed and mechanically pressed to extract the oil. The crude oil is filtered and refined, removing unwanted impurities, free fatty acids, and odors. Finally, the refined soybean oil is automatically bottled, capped, labeled, and batch packaged for distribution. Soybean oil is rich in unsaturated fats and omega-3s, helping to reduce bad cholesterol and protect cardiovascular health. Now you have an overview of how American farmers harvest millions of tons of soybeans each year. Thank you for joining me in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to explore more interesting stories about the world of agriculture. See you in the next video.